Right, let's take you to the World Economic Forum, which is kicking off in Davos, Switzerland this week. Our team is there to bring you the latest coverage of how world leaders are tackling today's problems. Our business editor, Xolani Mbanjwa, is standing by to tell us this is not another talk shop. Mostly what you could be hearing from that meeting. Hello, Xolani.
Good afternoon to here at Davos in Switzerland at the World Economic Forum. It's been quite an eventful morning here on the first day, as the theme for this year is cooperation in a fragmented world, and the world leaders are here from civil society, business, economics, and many others, including public figures that are here. But there's been a lot that's been happening on the sidelines, and you can expect that there are a lot of other meetings that are going on amongst people who would have arranged those meetings beforehand. But to start our coverage off officially here, I am joined by the Managing Director of the World Economic Forum, Huay, who joins us now. Kim, thank you very much for joining us this morning. How has the first day of the World Economic Forum 2023 gone, in your view?
Well, we have sub-zero temperatures in Davos, the snow to welcome everyone. Most of the participants have arrived, and we have record registrations this year. Very strong representation from business as well as government, 50 heads of state, and many of the economic finance ministers are in town. And we are very keen to have conversations started around how we deal with the current state of the world.
Kim, let's talk about the state of the world, exactly what you just mentioned, cooperation in a fragmented world. We've seen that in the past 2-3 years, the world has become more disjointed. Globalization is not what it really represents. What is the theme meant to represent this year, and what do you hope to achieve?
We are in a state of polycrisis. Whether this is geopolitical tensions, the economic slowdown, social issues, the environmental crisis. And part of the theme of this year's meeting is that these crises are interconnected, but so are the solutions. And really, we have to work together as a global community to address the solutions that will help navigate through this period of difficulty.
And if we don't do that, we run the risk of really living up to the warnings that were in the Global Risks Report that was released recently by the World Economic Forum. Remind us some of the risks that are facing the world today and what could happen if we don't have that cooperation.
So many of the risks that's been flagged out in the report include the rising cost of food, energy issues, as well as the environmental crisis, whether we can get together to act on dealing with climate as well as nature issues. These risks are growing. The longer we procrastinate and hold on pushing forward with transitions for more sustainable resource management and use, the higher the costs and consequences we'll have to bear going forward.
Before I let you go, Kim, let me ask you about some people in the world who would say that gatherings such as the World Economic Forum are not living up to what they have promised. In terms of the successes of the World Economic Forum, I mean, we've seen that a cryptocurrency was first introduced right here in Davos at a World Economic Forum. There are a lot of successes that have emanated from this forum.
So the forum provides a platform for us to put forward new ideas, to highlight trends that are critical for the world, but also to bring together people from different parts of the world, whether it's from the public-private sectors as well as civil society, to exchange ideas, solutions, and most importantly, to move towards action. And right now, what we need to do is to accelerate and scale up on our implementation and work together to address various challenges ahead.
Thank you very much. Kim Huay is the Managing Director of the World Economic Forum here in Davos, Switzerland. As you've heard, the world today is facing a number of issues that are causing distress, including the high cost of living, including as well inflation, including that war in Russia and Ukraine, where solutions have to be found one way or another in order to make sure that there is sustainable economic growth, as the world today is facing that possibility of a recession in 2023. Back to you, Dudu, in studio.
Xolani Mbanjwa, thank you very much for that update. Plenty still to come from our team in Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum. We'll bring you a front seat to all the happenings at that meeting.